Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Well, I can only describe it as possibly one of the strangest sermons you'll ever hear, purely because it's based on a dance film. But we'll see how it goes. Just a few things to think about. Have you ever discussed prayer? Presumably you will have talked about prayer. Have you ever studied the ways in which God answers your prayers? Again, that's probably something you might do in a youth group or a house group or something like that. But I want you to think, have you ever really thought about how God has answered one of your own prayers? Did he simply come down and say, "Hi, this is my answer"? Maybe he put the same passion in somebody else's heart, sort of brought you together. Maybe he did a bit of a Bruce Almighty, where he's driving along and he prays, "God, give me a sign," and then the lorry full of big flashing lights and road signs cuts in front of him. The point being, does God really have a set way in which he's going to answer your prayers, in which he's going to come down and talk to you? No, I don't think so. If I did, then it'd be a really short sermon. God can do whatever he likes, whenever he likes, because God's got that authority to do so. To be quite honest, when I was writing this, I thought, that's really annoying, God. Couldn't you just do it the same way all the time? If you're praying for something, how do you know if God's answered your prayer? How do you know if you haven't missed that answer? With our busy lifestyles and stuff, how do you know that God didn't give you that answer and you just passed it off because you didn't think it was the answer? Maybe it wasn't the answer you wanted, so you just passed it off. We read in Genesis 15. After this, the word of the Lord came to Abraham in a vision. We all know the Christmas story that God sent an angel to Mary. Exodus 3, God talks to Moses through a bush. And again, in 1 Kings 2, God appears in a dream to Solomon. So God has various ways, and that's just in four examples from the Bible, that he has various ways, different ways that he moves, he wants to talk to you. And I'm sure he still uses many of those in different people's lives. If you ever got a testimony about God talking to you through a bush, then that'd be really interesting to hear. So now you've got that in your head about how God answers prayers. Hopefully the next bit won't seem so weird. Like I say, God spoke to me through a dance film. The exact dance film was Step Up 2, for those of you who've seen it. I do love it, but just to let you know, it was my girlfriend's choice of film. But as I was watching the film, God just threw this line out at me, and unfortunately my girlfriend can't be here tonight. But if she was, I would have got up and asked how many times on the train home I said, "Did you hear that line? That was an amazing line." And I just constantly talked about that line for ages. I even got the film and just sort of replayed that line over and over again, which was what brought me on to talking about the film and in particular this line. I'm going to show you a clip from the film.
Streets are supposed to be about different people coming together. We call this a battle, but what are we fighting for? We're all here because we have this thing we do. We dance, right? Being a part of the street used to mean much more than just turf or power. It was about bringing something new to the floor. And it shouldn't matter what we wear, what school or what neighborhood we're from, because the best part about the streets is that it's not about what you got. It's what you make of what you got.
The line that stuck out to me, maybe stuck out to you, maybe that's what God wanted, I don't know. The line that stuck out was, "It's not about what you've got, it's what you make of what you've got." My girlfriend also knows that line up by heart, to me, times already too. I honestly don't know how many of you have heard a sermon about the dance film. Like I said, I wrote this a while ago because I just felt so blessed with those words that God had spoken to me. And then when I was asked to speak tonight, I just knew, apart from writing another one, I just knew that this was what God had wanted, and that was the reason that I had spent the time writing this out. Whilst I was writing, as you do, a little notebook, I made sure that I referred to my Bible. And I've got a few examples that I want to give to you from the Bible. But the first obvious example to me was from Matthew 5. Most of you know the passage here. You are the light of the world. Like a city on a hilltop cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and then puts it under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. And this bit that sums it up in this particular passage. In the same way, let your good deeds shine out for all to see, so that everyone will praise your Father in heaven. Now, when I'm reading that, when I was writing that into the sermon, I just thought it's that bit. You know, if you've got the light, that's great. You've got the light, but what good are you if you don't let it shine? What good are you if you are the light that's in the basket because you're not giving light to anyone else in the house? And it says at the end there, don't imagine that. Let your good deeds shine for all those to see, so that you're Father. So let your good deeds shine for all to see, so that everyone will praise your Father in heaven. Mark 12, again I think loosely fitted around that principle. Jesus sat down near the collection box in the temple and watched as the crowds dropped their money. Many rich people put in large amounts. Then a poor widow came and dropped in 2 coins. Jesus called his disciples to him and said, I tell you the truth, this poor widow has given more than any of those others who are making contributions, for they gave a tiny part of their surplus. But she, poor as she is, has given everything she had to live on. Jesus is praising the poor woman there. Even though, I'm sure if you get a birthday present, one person gives you £1,000, one person gives you 10p. I know who I favour. God's saying that, that person who gave you 10p may only have 20p, and they've just given you half of what they've got. And that's what God was praising, the fact that she did surrender what she had. She wasn't like this rich person who had millions and millions, and grand is just like what 5p to them. So in essence, it's less than in value, overall percentage ratio, whatever. Yeah, I don't need to guilt trip anyone, by the way. I'm not saying when you get back to your churches and give an offering, I'm not saying put in your credit card and everything. I'm just looking at whoa. No, I'm just looking at sort of what another good example I found, actually I didn't find it, thank you to Becky for bringing this up the other week. I missed it, which is sad because I had it stored on my phone as a backup. It's from James 2:14-17. What good is it, dear brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith but if you say you have faith but don't show it by your actions? Can that kind of faith save anyone? Suppose you see a brother or sister who has no food or clothing, and you say, goodbye and have a good day. Stay warm and eat well. But you don't give that person any food or clothing. What good does that do? So you see, faith by itself isn't enough. Unless it produces good deeds, it is dead and useless. So again, quite clearly, we can pick up on the fact that it's about what you do with your faith. It's not just about having faith. It's what you make of your faith that makes a faith that can save people, as opposed to, as it says in there, that sort of faith is never going to save anyone. Most of you hopefully will know the story of the 3 servants and the master who left them bags of talent or silver or whatever your Bible translation says. The servant with the 5 bags gets given by his master. He invests and gains 5 more. The second servant gets 3 bags, or 2 bags, right? He invests and gets more. The third servant only gets 1 bag. He's a little bit scared, he doesn't know what to do with it, so he buries it. Now, if we just think about what I said before about not hiding your light under a basket, I think if you'd read that passage, you may not have buried it in the first place. When the master returned, he returned and he was angry with the third servant, and it reads in the end of the parable in Matthew 25, to those who do well with what they are given, even more will be given, but from those who do nothing, even what little they have will be taken away. So it's not about what you've got, it's what you make of what you've got. When that master returned, he wasn't praising the first and second servant because they were giving him even more silver or talents or however many back. He was angry with the third servant because he'd done nothing with what he had, and therefore he doesn't deserve anything. Do we use well with what we're given when we get paid from work? Do we do well with it when school teaches us new things? Do we do well with that knowledge? Or do we do nothing about it? You know, when God gives us gifts from heaven, do we use them well? When God answers your prayers in whatever way He chooses to do so, do you do well with the answers? A prayer of mine was strangely answered through a dance film. And by looking deeper into it, you know, I'm standing here preaching now to you, and I feel like I did something good with that answer to prayer. A really, really simple little thought for you. God gave us His Word. What do we do with it? You know, maybe reading it isn't enough. Do we use it well? Do we use His Word in our day-to-day lives? And you know, I think that's sort of what God's telling us. You know, we should be using the resources we're given well, and we've got His Word. We've got everything we would need to ever know, and we've got to be using that in our day-to-day lives. Often, maybe we don't realise, but we often pray for the fruit of the Spirit. We pray for love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control.
Say again.
You know, what do we want them for? Do we want them so we can, you know, I can stand up here and say, hey, I've got faithfulness, look at me. You know, is that what it's about? You know, it's not about what you've got, it's what you make of what you've got. And many people have different talents given to them by God. All of us here have different talents, different abilities that are sent from heaven. Whether it's me as a good public speaker, or like the sound of my own voice, my great hair, but whatever, that doesn't matter. You know, maybe you play a musical instrument, maybe you're Dr. Doolittle's little brother or sister, and you can talk to the animals. You know, do you use it well? Do you use it to praise God and to shine your good deeds so that others can see? And that's how they're going to praise your Father in heaven. That's really almost all I have to say. But before we do get into the time of worship and ministry and stuff, I just want to show you a video clip.
Let me ask you something. If someone prays for patience, you think God gives them patience? Or does He give them the opportunity to be patient? If they prayed for courage, does God give them courage, or does He give them opportunities to be courageous? If someone prayed for the family to be closer, do you think God zaps them with warm, fuzzy feelings? Or does He give them opportunities to love each other? Well, I gotta run. A lot of people to serve. Enjoy.
I don't know how well you heard that. I actually thought I was pricing it on. Basically, Morgan Freeman, that's his name, playing the role of God there. He says, when somebody prays for patience, does He give them the opportunity? Does He give them patience, or does He give them the opportunity to be patient? I think the best example is actually about the family. You know, does He zap them with warm, fuzzy feelings, or does He give them the opportunity? Now, I've never been zapped by warm, fuzzy feelings towards my family. That's a lie. No, but I just want you to remember that, you know, it's not about what you've got, it's what you make of what you've got. That's pretty much all I have to say. We're really need to have a ministers in a minute, but I just ask that your prayer tonight and from now on, if you ever pray for something like that, it's not that you're praying to be patient or to be kind or to be loving or whatever. It's that you're praying for the opportunities to do it, because that is how God's going to work through you, and that's how your good deeds are going to shine. So,